Today we are going to discuss in conditional constructs in Java, switch statement and system.exit0. Basically, what is switch statement? Let us understand that. We have already understood it. So switch basically is used for menu-driven programming. So generally, when we have certain n number of cases, so or we can say n number of conditions, we'll make use of switch. Okay, in a program generally they'll be giving you menu-driven programming, and that time you may use the switch statement. What is the syntax? You will write switch. In bracket, you will write the variable or expression. It can be a number or a character. Then curly braces, this is the start of switch, this is the end of switch. In case there will be multiple cases, like here you can have the n number of cases. The last is going to be your default case, when the case doesn't match, and in that case you will go for the default case. Let us understand that with the help of example. This is the first example for switch. Now, what is the program? Let us understand that. Write a menu-driven program to input the number of weekday and translate it to its equivalent name of the day of the week. So let's say if I'm entering 1, I should get Sunday. If I enter 2, I should get Monday. If I accordingly. Okay. So basically, what is it? Let us understand that. How are we going to do it? So here, as you can see, clearly we are going to accept one number. I'll execute the program and show it to you so that you understand first what exactly we want over here. So here, as you can see, the prompt will come. You are supposed to enter 1 for Sunday, 2 for Monday, 3 for accordingly. So if I enter over here 1, so I will get the output as Sunday. Okay, we'll understand first the program. Then we'll go into the code and everything. If I'm entering 5, then I will get Thursday. This is what is the expected output. And if I enter some other number other than, so I will get invalid choice. So how are we going to do this with the help of switch? Let us understand that. Here, as usual, you are using the import statement for, because as we are going to take the input from the user, we are using this line. Okay. Then class, you write the name of the class, your main. Now first variable DOW. Now DOW is going to be the number of the week. Okay, so one whatever we want to store is going to be a number. That's why I've taken an integer. Then we are creating an object of the scanner class to accept the input from the user. Then we'll be giving a prompt to the user what the user is supposed to enter. DOW, we will accept the integer. So let's say we have said next string. Now this, whatever we are accepting, this has to be passed to the switch over here. That you need to remember, whatever you are accepting, like whatever number is accepted, is passed to the switch. So here in switch and round brackets, we pass this number. Now in curly braces start and end, there will be multiple cases. So here, as you know, there are 7 days. So you will have 7 cases plus one case, which is your default case. So as you can see here, case 1, we'll be writing like this. Case 1, you want the display to be Sunday. Case 2, you want the display to be Monday. Case 3, the display should be Tuesday accordingly. So up to 7 we have done. And for every case, we are supposed to put break. Why it is required? Because if you don't put the break, all the cases will get executed. Because once this case is matched, if I enter 1 over here, and if the case is matched, then you should come out of the program. That is what is the idea of break. Okay. And last is your default case. Now, default case is if any case is not matched, then in that case, it will go to the default case. Let's assume if I'm entering 1 over here. Okay, so what will happen? It will 1 will be passed to switch. This case is matched, and what will happen? The output will be Sunday, and break means it will come out of the program. This is how the program will work. Let us take another example similar to this. Now here what is there? Write a program to input the number of months 1 to 12. So if the user is entering 1, you will get January. If it is 2, then you will get February accordingly. Only here instead of month, weekdays, we have used month number. So here 1 to 12. So as you can see, we have taken a variable MON, which is going to be the integer. Okay, and we are accepting that number. As you can see, we'll give a prompt to the user 1 to 12, and there will be 12 cases. We'll be passing this to switch. There will be 12 cases. Okay. Each case displaying the month number, and the last case is your default case where there is no need of writing break because as it is the last case. So you can write here whatever error or whatever message which you want to print, you will be writing over here in the default case. Okay, let us run this and see. So if I enter 4 over here, I will get April. If I enter 15, I will get invalid show. Next, we'll take a next program. Here, what is the case? Here, instead of number, we are taking a character. So here, write a program to input RGB. R stands for red, G stands for green, and B stands for blue. Okay, this is we want to enter some character, and according to the character, some output should be printed. So the color name should be printed. That is what. Now here what we need to do is the remaining part is same only. We'll first understand the switch. We are passing a character to this. So if case is R, now here we have written two cases because the user can enter in lowercase or uppercase. So if he is entering small r, that is lowercase r or capital R, then the output should be red. For J, small or big, here you will get output as green. For B, you will get blue. And last is going to be your default case, which is invalid choice. Now here, what is the difference? Let us understand. As for characters, we cannot directly accept the character. So first we need to accept the string. So we'll take two variables. One is string, color, and char c, because we are supposed to pass only a character to a switch. So how we will be doing that? We'll be writing this in two statements. First, we'll write color is equal to kb dot next. Next, we'll accept the string. Then we have to take only the first character. So for that, we will write c is equal to color dot char at 0. This is a method where we can take only the first character. Okay, so here caret method will do what? It will take only the first character. 0 means the first character will be taken and it will be stored in C. Let us see the output for this. We'll give some other input. So invalid. So only difference over here was in the compared to the previous program. Here I have written two cases because either the user can enter small case, lower case r or capital R. So for both the cases, answer should be read only. Okay, and only what is the difference is we are sending a character over here. So you need to remember for which you can pass a character or a number that is an integer. Let's go to the next one, system.exit. Now let us understand what is this method. System.exit is a method which will help us to end a program if you want to terminate a program. Now this is a program where any situation we can make use of the system.exit. So basically let's take a program over here where we are trying to divide a number. Let's say answer is equal to total divided by number. So we'll take initially the number is 5. Okay, total is 20, number is 5. So answer you will get over here. There is no error over here. So you should get this output. Okay, and you should get by. So let us see how this will work. So in normal situation, you will get the answer and you will get the answer. It will, the program will continue. That is, you will get the by also over here. The next statement will come over here. Whereas if there is any error, like here, generally, if you try to divide a number by 0, it will be an error. Okay. So in that case, what we are doing is we have written number. If the number is equal to 0, then we are displaying that division by 0 is not allowed and the program should terminate. It should not go to the next statement. So that is the reason we have written system.exit 0. So let us see now the output. So here, as you can see, the program has terminated using system.exit and it has come out of the program. The by has not come over here. So basically, when we talk about system.exit, it is used anywhere in the program to end the program. So generally, when any abnormal situation comes, you want and the program should not continue. it should come out of the program. So in that case, we can make use of this. So thank you everyone.